All right, let's talk about one of the biggest topics on the planet right now, artificial intelligence. We're going to cut through all the hype, all the noise, and really get to the bottom of what AI is, how it actually works, and maybe most importantly, how it's already a huge part of your world in ways you probably don't even notice. So let's just start with the biggest question, right? When we throw around the term AI, what are we really talking about? I mean, what does it actually mean for a machine to think or to learn? It sounds like pure science fiction, but you're about to see just how real it is. So here's our game plan. We'll start with the basics, what AI even is. Then we'll peel back the layers and look at things like machine learning. After that, we'll get practical, where you see it every day, how you could start learning this stuff yourself. And finally, we'll look ahead at the wild future this tech is building for all of us. Okay, section 1. What is artificial intelligence? Before we can get into the cool stuff like AI assistants or self-aware robots, we need to have a really solid grip on what intelligence even means when we're talking about a machine. You can really boil it all down to 3 basic human-like skills. So picture a robot that's just been dropped into a brand new, unfamiliar field. First, it has to figure out what's going on, right? It has to adapt. That's generalized learning. Then, it has to decide the best way to get across that field. That's reasoning. And finally, oops, there's a giant rock in the way. It has to figure out how to get around it. That's problem solving. Those 3 things right there, that's the heart of AI. Let's move on to our next section, because AI is just a huge umbrella term. And to really get it, we've got to peel back the layers and look at the engine that makes the whole thing run. First off, it's super important to know there are 2 main categories of AI. On one side, you've got weak AI, which is also called narrow AI. This is basically all the AI that exists today. Think about AlphaGo. It's a genius at the game of Go, but it literally can't even play checkers. Or think about Alexa. You can ask it to play Despacito, but you can't ask it a deep philosophical question it wasn't trained for. Then on the other side, you've got strong AI. Now this is the stuff from the movies, like Ultron, a self-aware, truly conscious intelligence that could think for itself and whose answers would be completely unpredictable. We are not there yet. Okay, so let's picture this like a set of those Russian nesting dolls. The biggest, outermost doll, that's artificial intelligence. It's the whole big idea, the grand science of trying to make machines smart. Now, let's open that doll. Inside, we find the next layer, machine learning, or ML. This isn't something different from AI. It's a part of AI. It's the main way we actually do AI today. See, instead of programming a million rules for every little situation, we just feed the machine a mountain of data and let it figure out the patterns all by itself. And if we open the machine learning doll, we find the very core, the smallest doll inside, deep learning. This is a super powerful type of machine learning that's actually inspired by how our own brains are wired. It uses these things called neural networks to find really complex, subtle patterns in huge, huge amounts of data. This is the magic that powers things like facial recognition and understanding what you say. So, we've defined it, we've looked at the layers, but where does this stuff actually show up? Well, the crazy thing is AI isn't some sci-fi concept coming in the future. It's already here. It's woven into the fabric of the tools you use every single day. I mean, seriously, just think about it for a second. When you type a search query and Google just gets what you mean, that's AI. When you go into your photo app and search for "my dog at the beach" and it just finds it, that's AI. Getting the fastest route home or having your email practically write itself? Yep, AI, AI, and AI. It's this invisible force making so much of your digital life work. And what's really amazing is how quickly AI has gone from being just a background thing to a set of creative tools you can actively use. We're talking about everything from having a personal AI assistant like Gemini, to creating entire videos with models like Veo, to having AI help you write right inside your documents. The tech is front and center now. And if we pull the camera back a bit, you see these core AI technologies are running entire industries. Image recognition is absolutely critical for self-driving cars and even medical diagnostics. You know how your streaming service just knows what you want to watch next? That's a recommender system. All of it. Speech recognition, fraud detection, robotics, it's all powered by the machine learning ideas we just covered. Okay, so this stuff is powerful, and it's literally everywhere. Which, I get it, might make it seem totally intimidating to learn, like you have to be some kind of genius. But what's so cool about right now is that this knowledge is more accessible than it has ever been. Your journey could start, well, right here. And if you're thinking, yeah, but can I really do this? Just look at this number. Over 800,000 people have taken just the free machine learning courses on one single platform. That is a massive community of people from every background imaginable who are diving in and learning this stuff. You are definitely not alone. And there's a really clear path to get going. You can start with intro courses that assume you know nothing. From there, you'll pick up the core skills, like the programming language Python, which is the standard, and tools for working with data. But here's the most important part. You don't just read about it. You start building actual projects right away. That's how it all clicks. And eventually, you can even get certified to prove you know your stuff. Hey, don't just take it from me. Listen to this review from a learner named Darson David. He says the explanations were clear for a newbie, and this is the key, that the hands-on projects were a huge plus. That's real feedback, and it shows you that this path is totally doable. But here's the secret sauce. Learning these skills on your own is amazing. It's powerful. But doing it with a community of other people, that's when things get transformative. That's the leap from just learning to actually creating. I mean, a real community is a support system. You've got forums where you can ask for help when you're stuck. You've got events where you can meet other people who are just as excited about this as you are. You can even find mentors, people already in the industry who can guide you. It totally changes the game from a solo mission to a team adventure. Okay, so let's zoom all the way back out. We know what AI is, how it's built, where it is today, and how you can get started. So for our last section, let's look way down the road. What kind of future are we actually building with this unbelievable technology? Some of the predictions are, frankly, mind-bending. The famous futurist Ray Kurzweil predicts that by the year 2045, we'll hit what's called the point of singularity. That's the moment when artificial intelligence becomes as smart as, and then rapidly smarter than, all of human intelligence combined, a moment that would change everything forever. And the predictions get even wilder. Some believe that to even keep up with that kind of superintelligence, we humans will need to upgrade ourselves, enhancing our own minds and bodies with AI implants. We'd essentially become part human, part machine. We would become cyborgs. Which leaves us with one last massive question to think about. As this technology keeps getting more and more powerful, what are we really trying to do here? Are we just building a better tool to help us solve our biggest problems? Or are we building the thing that comes after us? The answer to that is being written as we speak, by every single person learning and building in this field. The future, in so many ways, is still up to us.